morning. I always want to follow that with Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. All right. Yeah, that's obviously so do I. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome. All right, we'd like to start. My name's Scott. I'll be your host for the next couple of minutes. We always start our service by an acknowledgement on the land in which we are located. So, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. And let's move forward. We're going to start out with a song. This is a song that I first heard at the rally a month or so ago, and boy, the rally yesterday, thousands and thousands of people. Yeah. It went for blocks. There was singing and chanting and camaraderie and a positive attitude. And this was one of the songs.
Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Yo, one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other. Lead with love. One foot in front of the other. Lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Something else. The path is there. The path is there. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. Maybe I'm scared too. Maybe I'm scared too. But here I am. But here I am. Right next to you. Right next to you. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love.
And the state of the center is hopeful. All right, well, what we like to do is we start out our service, and I love the energy that when Donna comes up here and leads us in that song, you can't feel bad, you can't feel down, you're just filled with joy, love, hope, and we've been kind of doing, between Tiffany and myself, continuing that a little bit in the way we do our introductions to get people to meet each other. So what we have is an affirmation at the top that we're all going to say, and then on the bottom, Angelica has said something over the past couple of weeks about we need to give just compliments to other people and do little kind actions that just for the heck of it. Like one of mine is if I see somebody's newspaper on the lawn as I'm taking a walk, I'll pick it up and put it on their porch. Just small things. So what I wanted to do for the second half is we'll take 3 or 4 minutes, as we usually do, go up and find somebody else and give them a compliment. I love your top. I love your top. I think, Judy, you're wearing an absolutely this vest is absolutely wonderful. I like, Tiffany, that you are constantly coming up here. Marianne, I love you always. But I want you to find just something to say to somebody else. It's just a compliment. And when somebody says it to you, just say thank you and repeat it and move on. So we'll do that for 3 or 4 minutes, and then we will all feel energized and complimented. So together we say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. Compliment! If we could all grab our seats again. I have created a monster. All right. That was quite a compliment of compliments, I have to say. All right, as I'm prone to do, I got about 90 seconds of trivia at the beginning of the month. Hope you enjoy. The month of April comes from the Latin word aprilis. Its exact origin is a bit debated, but in short, April has always meant openings, awakenings, and fresh starts, both mythically and naturally. A couple of fun holidays that take place this month. We missed this one. World Party Day was April 3rd. It is a celebration of joy just because. National Pet Day is coming up April 11th. Yeah. Extra belly rubs for our furry friends. Of course, Earth Day, April 22nd. Yesterday was International Pillow Fight Day. And on April 29th, it's International Dance Day. Just dance. It'll be okay. A couple of famous birthdays. Marvin Gaye was born April 2nd, 1939. The Marvin Gaye fan club speaks up. Speaking of fan clubs, when I was in college, I had such a crush on and wanted to be with her, Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall was born April 3rd, 1934. Maya Angelou was born April 4th, 1928. Thomas Jefferson was born April 13th, 1743. Leonardo da Vinci, April 15th, 1452, and William Shakespeare, April 23rd, 1564. And finally, a few events that took place in April. April 11th, 1970, Apollo 13 launched. That was the one that had trouble coming back, which is really quite the story. April 17th, 1961, the Bay of Pigs invasion began. April 19th, 1995 was the Oklahoma City bombing. Another tragic event was April 20th, 1999, an event that changed the entire national conversation, Columbine. April 25th, DNA's double helix was revealed by Watson and Crick. And, April 3rd, 1860, the Pony Express galloped into the American legend. And if you were to track that first package, it should be showing up next week. Okay.
Birthday.
I said Earth Day. I did.
You didn't say Passover or Easter.
I did not say that because everybody knows those are coming up. Okay. I try and find the unusual holidays. All right, I got to move through with this here. Our week schedule, is right on the screen. You can see all of the things that are coming up. Please memorize them and repeat them to strangers on the street. Our plant sale was yesterday, and we're going to do two things here. First of all, if you were a volunteer in the plant sale, please stand up if you can. Okay. And let us give them a round of applause. And Lori, you said you had a comment you'd like to make. And Lori was the one who was the brains behind this whole thing. Thank you for all you did.
Well, Scott beat me to the punch because I was going to have y'all stand up too, because it's not about me. It's about all of you. We've been working for months to make this happen. There was people that went to the first planting party at Vonda's house, and there was people who came yesterday. We are so blessed. Thank you all. Now, the final numbers are not in. We have to wait until a report comes for the credit cards and the debit cards. But it's looking like close to 3,000. Wow. We've already made more than 3,000 without that. No way. I got goosebumps. We did this. What? My goal, my kind of idealistic goal was 5,000. But I was thinking if we can get 3,000, this would be pretty cool. Now, one last thing. This is my last plant sale announcement, y'all. We have plants out in the multipurpose or social hall. And there's a little basket there that I borrowed. I'll take it back afterwards, Scott.
Oh, is that where the pins are out? Okay. Not a problem.
He knows what I'm talking about. So you can go and just make a donation into the little basket for any plants that you want. Shelley is going to talk to her plant group, and they may come and get the rest of them after we've gone through and you guys have made your donations. So, and the donation could be free if you want. I mean, it's totally fine. But thank you all so much. It's been a fantastic, and I learned so much through this, things I won't do again next time.
We'll do it next time. That's good.
Well, Corinne and I are talking. Corinne and I have been talking, and we felt really good about how this all worked. So, and everybody has just been fabulous. I mean, my heart is 10 times bigger, so thank you all for that.
On Thursday, we continue our series with, it's not even a series, it's a group gathering, Brave, Vulnerable Conversations. If you have something you'd like to talk about, we talk about politics, we talk about health, just a chance to come and be with people who will listen and be supportive and just be friendly and be there for you. And we've had anywhere from, about 6 to 11 people. It changes every week. There are some regulars who stay, and that's Thursday at 10 in the other room. Please come and join us and join us. Let's see here. We have also got, coming up on the 18th, for the love of writing, that's Lorna leads this group of writers. If you like writing, if you want to learn to write, if you read, if you like letters, if you're just wanting to do something, come on by and share a creative spirit with us for the love of writing. You know what I forgot to do? Zoomers, welcome. We're really, really glad you're here. And people who are just visiting, thank you. New people. I am so sorry. They've probably all signed off and gone to some other church. We have, speaking of gatherings, the men's group, which did not exist yesterday because of the plant sale, comes back again on the 19th. If you are a male and you would like to share with other like-minded men, and it's just a great discussion and you get to feel part of a group, please join us. That is the 19th from 3 to 5, led by Edward, but we all chip in. We have guest speakers coming up at the end of this month and the beginning of next month. Lorna will be speaking here April 27th, and Reverend Lynn Fritz will be speaking here the first weekend in May. Reverend Lynn Fritz has spoken to us many times. She comes from Reading. They will be speaking because Angelica, Burl, and I think Corinne are taking one for the team and going on a transatlantic cruise. So they won't be able to. I know, it's really difficult. We have a new class that, hello. What's that? Oh, that's us. We have a new class that is coming, Infinite You as the Universe. There's a lot of text up there, so it's best to get on our newsletter, but the class basically, it's facilitated by Angelica. It's about one of Ernest Holmes' books called This Thing Called You, and as practitioners, we have to read a lot of his materials. This, I think, was one of my very favorites by him. It's simple to digest. It's got great wisdom. I went through it this morning, just found one passage, very, very short passage, that I wanted to share, and this is the wisdom that is in that book. From Ernest Holmes, you rob no person when you discover your own good. You limit no person when you express a greater degree of livingness. You harm no one by being happy. You steal from no one by being prosperous. You hinder no person's evolution when you consciously enter into the kingdom of your good and possess it today. Knew a thing or two about the philosophy. So that will be starting on May 14th, $150. See Angelica, or is there a sign-up sheet? Okay, so you'll talk to Angelica. It's worth your while.
I'll make sure there's one next week.
Practitioners are available at the end of every service, including today. The practitioners who are here today are Edward and myself. I believe that is it. If you'd like to talk or share or find out more about the philosophy, please see us. We'd be glad to take a few minutes and speak with you. There will be lots of practitioners and ministers at Shore. In Banff. I just love to say the name of that city. Banff in Canada, that'll be in August. It's kind of like the International Convention of CSL folk. So if you'd like to go, there's the link. You can also talk to Angelica about, I think several people are going at the same time. Locally, we need our little pantry to be fed. It looks like it's getting pretty full in the other room, but we can always take more. We feed our community quite literally, and we can use your help to do so. And now as we move into the next part of the service, our theme for the month, new theme, is Step by Step, and our moment of peace. Oh, that's right. Welcome new members. Angelica's going to come forward. Okay.
One of the things I noticed when you were reading your little who's got birthdays and all that was that every single one of those people in April were pretty amazing. I mean, they did some awesome stuff for us we're still studying them, right? And when you said April was about new beginnings, I thought, what a perfect time for us to have our welcoming of new members.
Edward, right? You'll just go right into Edward?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we'll go right into the song. So today I want to welcome some new members into our community. But first I want to tell you that they're not only coming into community with us, they're coming into community with all the Centers for Spiritual Living around the world. And there's a lot of them. And they're coming into this larger community as well as our smaller community. It's expressing as a warm, loving, divine fellowship. Oh, okay. All right. But then I can't see what I wrote. So, as the center, those of you who are members can join me in knowing this for our new members. We agree to provide a loving, supportive environment for our members' spiritual growth. We agree to respect our members' freedom of choice regarding their own spiritual pathway. And we agree to be available to spiritual counsel and support our members in times of personal challenge. So I'm going to call you new members up front. And, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Lance Blodgett. And I want you to stay up here because hopefully somebody's going to take a picture of all of you once we do this.
Thank you.
Okay, Lance. Gail Klein. Tammy Dobbins. Yay! Kelly Kirsten. Come stand up here. Doug Moss. And somebody who's been a member for a while but never really got officially recognized, Mark Wilkins. So I wanted to tell you that as members, wait just a minute, as members, you're invited to become more aware of the divine presence within you and stay open constantly to its blessings. You're invited to practice unconditional love, treating others with respect and kindness. You're invited to use this center to continue your spiritual growth and development, to honor the teachings of the science of mind and spirit, and to support the center with your time, your talent, and your finances so that it can continue to support you and others. And it's an honor to know that it's an honor for us to share this spiritual journey with you. And so I'm going to ask everyone in the community to repeat this affirmation after me. We embrace you with love.
We embrace you with love.
May you find inspiration, joy and belonging, as we walk this path together. Congratulations, new members. Oh, photo op.
Huggy, huggy, huggy. Kissy, kissy, kissy.
Thank you very much. And now I believe Donna is going to come up and lead us in our song.
Welcome. Be still. Musicians are waiting for them. Be still, in quiet and in peace. We know the joy and wonder of release in this sacred space. Their troubles disappear in this secret place. There is no doubt or fear. Be still and know that faith has made us whole. Renewed are we in spirit and in soul. The light of truth within shines forth that we may see. Perfect peace is ours eternally. Mr. Waples, please come forward.
Come
Good morning, family. How are you? God, great minds think alike, because I'm going to read something from Ernest Holmes' this thing called You as Well. One of my favorite books as well. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge someone who I thought about and loved this morning, who has been a minister for over 30 years of this faith and who belonged to it quite a while, probably before that, but who has her fingers in everything. I mean, literally, we couldn't function without her. Reverend Angelica. Yeah. 40 years? Oh, my God. We won't talk about age. Anyway, this is from this thing called You. For the people who are new, I'm Edward. I'm one of the practitioners along with a bunch of us, and include Reverend Angelica. She's also still a practitioner as well. What I do is read a little something here. We contemplate it for a moment or two. Jackson sings us into what we call a treatment or a prayer. It's a meditative prayer or an action prayer. And after that, Jackson sings us out, and we welcome our speaker, Reverend Angelica. Okay, from this thing called You, Ernest Holmes. And I want to read a little bit on the cover here because this is something that inspired me as well. It says, you are the only person you can ever know intimately. You are the one with whom you must spend and live eternally. That's heavy. Okay, divine energy flows through your thought. The nature of the mind principle you are using is that wherever a mental image is set up in it, an objective form will be created. Learn to convert thought patterns of sickness, unhappiness, fear, and doubt into patterns which conform to spiritual perfection. You cannot change a pattern of fear by maintaining an attitude of fear or by fluctuating between fear and faith. Make a picture of yourself as happy and successful. Refuse to entertain contrary ideas. Since you are the only one who has complete access to your thought, you can do this for yourself better than anyone else can do it for you. It is not always easy for one to control his thoughts. It is not easy in the midst of pain to think peace, in the midst of poverty to think abundance, in the midst of unhappiness to think joy. But if you do this, you will meet with success. The law of mind reflects your mental attitudes exactly as they are.
Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. My peace I give unto you.
And in the spirit of that peace, I know that there is only one life. There is only one life force. There's one universal energy that quantum physics calls the quantum field that runs through and is everything that exists anywhere. I know that it is us, each one of us, as part of that divine energy. We are united in one bond. We share the atoms of earth, the atoms of the universe, as our physical anchor to this soil, but what we are is that energy. And that energy is always, always, without exception, good. I know that even though times may seem dark or bleak, it is, as I've said before, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, and it's always darkest before that dawn. We are going through a period of transition of thought, transition of hope. Transition is the main key to a better world. And that world is ours by divine right, by divine inheritance. I am so grateful for this family. I'm so grateful for this faith. I am so grateful for the belief in a higher ability that we each possess so that we can each act upon this change. I know that we have to treat, but we also have to move our feet. We need to do as well as think. And what we can do is we can send love into the universe. We can send divine peace and rightness into the universe. We can abolish hatred. We can abolish bigotry. We can abolish all of the negativity. And this is our time to learn to do that. I am so grateful for this. And as I put this into the laws of the universe, I know without any doubt that it is so. And so it is.
My love I give unto you. My love I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. My love I give unto you.
And now, with much love and appreciation, I'd like to bring our spiritual leader, Reverend Angelica.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Edward. And Jackson, you guys do a great job. Jackson blends his music with whoever's doing the moment of peace so well, doesn't he? So, today, I'm looking at my paper going, wait a minute, that's not what I wrote. No. Wrong piece of paper. Okay. I'm glad you guys don't expect me to be perfect. You know, I looked at the Facebook this morning to see the pictures of Eureka's experience because I was working at the plant sale, and I'm not really a go stand in a huge crowd of people. Anyway, I sent out instead of prayer for yesterday. And when I'm looking at all these pictures, I made the mistake of reading the comments underneath. I could not believe what some people said. And I thought, they talk about our country being divided. It's not the Republicans against the Democrats. It's the haters versus the lovers. That's what I saw in it. And so what has been going on sort of blends in with what I'm going to talk about this morning. And I found this quote by Lao Tzu that says, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." A single step. There were over 1,000 people out there yesterday, just in our little community, taking that first step. And I looked at the pictures from all over our country, and it was amazing to me. And yet, have you ever felt that the path ahead was too daunting? I've heard quite a few people in my conversations with people around spirituality and politics that, well, what can we do about this? It's just too much. It's too much. And yet it's not. I really believe in our teaching. I really believe that the more we allow ourselves to step into an awareness of what we're really all about, which is about love, and we allow our actions to show what we believe, we're making a difference energetically, as well as making a difference with the people that we're interacting with. And so what I know is that the world seems uncertain right now. The political chaos is not just in the United States, it's all over the world. I said to you a couple weeks ago that our planet is also moving out of one of the arms of the spiral galaxy that we live in into another spot in the universe, and all of that's going to cause chaos. I think that it goes a lot deeper. We're a reflection of the things that the planet's going through. We're a reflection. And so our job, for me, is to honor Mother Earth. Really pay attention to her. And not, somebody told me the other day, "Why are you picking up those cigarette butts?" Well, they don't dissolve. They don't disappear. You have to put them in the trash. And so that's my job, is if I notice it, I'm the one that's supposed to pick it up, damn it. So it might look like we're walking into an unknown future with no clear path, and yet we're called, just like some of the great visionaries of our world, to not shrink back in fear, but to take a deep breath and take one step at a time, one faithful step at a time until we see change. So I thought of these three people that were bold leaders, and I'm just going to give you a little tiny bit of them. So the first one I thought of was Neil Armstrong. Can you imagine how overwhelming it must have felt to get prepared for a moon landing? As much as I love going outside at night and looking at the stars and the moon, I'm not sure I want to get in a tin can, and fly there. So he had to trust every single step that he was taking. So there's trusting. So the other one I thought about, talking about flying, was Amelia Earhart. So she flew into the unknown with courage, not because she had all the answers, but because she believed in her journey. So there for me is courage and belief. And then I thought about Desmond Tutu, who was faced with apartheid's injustices, but he didn't wait for the perfect conditions, for everything to change. He took bold steps towards reconciliation, even when the future was uncertain. So you have trusting, you have courage, and you have taking bold steps toward reconciliation. All of us, this is our job. We tend to wait for the government to do it or somebody else. Because, when we were kids, we would learn to wait for our parents to show us, or to do it for us, right? But now we're realizing that, hey, we're adults. We got to take matters into our hands, even if it's only one small step at a time. So when the world feels really unpredictable, this is what we can remember. We don't have to have the whole plan, right? We don't have to know step by step what the whole plan is. We just need to remember the next step. And for me, always the next step is, how could I love more? How could I be kind more? How could I be generous more? It's also having faith in action, which means showing up. Showing up even when we don't know what the outcome is. So I honor everyone who showed up yesterday all over our country. And I also honor the ones that didn't show up, because not everybody does everything the same. It's like I said, I treated for it, right? I used what I knew. Would I have gone if I wasn't working at the plant sale? I might have, I might not have. I don't know. But I know that there's people who stayed home and meditated during it, that 2 hours, right? For peace. So faith in action means showing up, even if we don't know the outcome of it. And then spiritual resilience, to me, isn't built in a single leap. It's cultivated in small, conscious choices every single day, every single moment. In the science mind, it says, we don't leap to enlightenment. We unfold it step by step. Can you imagine what it would be like? I did a study years and years ago about people who had come to points of enlightenment in their lives like that, instantaneously. Most of it didn't last, most of their stories from the research I was reading didn't last more than maybe a couple hours, maybe a couple of days. But they were a little off kilter from the rest of the time after that, because things just didn't seem to fit right. So I would rather step by step walk into enlightenment so I can stay sane. As sane as I can be. So Ernest Holmes says, principle is not bound by precedent. This is one of my favorite phrases in the textbook. Principle is not bound by precedent. So just because something was done a certain way before doesn't mean it has to be done that way now. Yes. Right? Just because we haven't seen every part of the path that we're on doesn't mean that Spirit's not guiding us along it. And if you're consciously allowing yourself to think about being Spirit-led, then you will see a lot more signs along the path than somebody who's walking it and doesn't believe they're Spirit-led. The signs could be absolutely anything. It could be driving by all those people and seeing one sign that just sort of jumps out at you and having a realization about something because of that. It could be People talk about books falling off shelves, right? Going to the library. There's actually research been done about that. It's called Library something. I can't remember what it is, but I read about it yesterday. Finding, like, a book will, like, either be stuck out of the nice even row of books in the library, or it actually falls off on the floor in front of somebody, and it's exactly the book that they need at the moment. Isn't that neat? And it's happened so many times that they've done research on it. Spirit is guiding our every single step. So for me, when I look at all these things, I have to see, well, how do I do this? How do I apply this to my life? So one thing, I have to constantly take my own first step. And just because I took one yesterday doesn't mean I'm not going to, that I don't have to take one today, right? And what I think about this is that taking my own step means constantly being in prayer or meditation at least once a day about what Spirit is calling me toward. What am I being called to do? What are you being called to do? What bold vision is whispering in your ear? Sometimes we're going, get away, right? Leave me alone. And when I realize that, when I have those kind of things that I'm going, just leave me alone, please, don't make me do that. The memory that immediately comes to mind when I think about that is standing in my dining room, at my dining room window in Hawaii, looking out at all the beautiful greenery and, experiencing, I had two big birds, their atrium was down there. I'm looking out at all this beauty, and the universe is going, you need to go play on a bigger playing field. What? I ended up in Vancouver, British Columbia. But it was like, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave my home, my church that I started, that's going to be 40 next year. I didn't want to do any of that. But I know that everybody has experienced that push that says, this is your next step. And you can try to avoid it all you want, but it's going to keep bugging you until you do something about it, or you're sort of going to go dead to it. And that's a place I don't ever want to be. So you take your own first steps. The other thing we have to do is overcome fear. There's a lot of fear in our world right now. A lot. I can feel it. I'm sure you can feel it. And what I realized when I was looking at bold visionaries is they faced their fear, but they didn't let it stop them. So how do we move past our doubts? How do we move past our fear? One step in front of the other, right? We just keep moving. We keep moving. We don't stagnate anywhere. And again, as I mentioned before, faith in the process. We don't need to know the whole journey, just the next step. What's our step right now? I think our step right now is to keep standing up for truth. Keep standing up for love. Keep standing up for kindness. And having our actions show that. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to join the next protest, but the way we live our lives can be standing up for truth, can be compassionate, can be kind, can be loving. So here's the affirmation for you to use this week. I walk confidently in the direction of my highest good, knowing each step is guided by infinite wisdom. So I'm going to say that again, and you get to repeat it, okay? I walk confidently in the direction of my highest good. I walk confidently in the direction of my highest good, knowing each step is guided by infinite wisdom. Each step is guided by infinite wisdom. And so let's go into prayer. Right now, I allow myself to speak this word in the first person so that each one of us can take this in easier than having to retranslate it for ourselves. And so I declare that I'm ready. I'm ready and willing to be a bold visionary in whatever that means in my life. I'm ready to take the first step into a place of allowing myself to be one that is the lover, to be one that is kind and compassionate, to be one that is considerate, to be the one that spreads the truth with love. And as I do this, I open my mind and my heart and my whole being to the universe. I remember Ricky Byers had a song that said, "Use me, Lord. Use me, God." And so that's what I say. In whatever way is for the highest and best for me and the people around me, etc., use me. And I know for each one of us that the universe, being who we are, we're an expression of this one divine mind, this one infinite field of divinity. That which is within us knows exactly what is for our highest and best good. So we let our heart lead. We use our minds to create, to generate more beautiful energy, and we let our hearts lead. I know that each one of us has our own piece of the vision because this is a magnificent tapestry of life. I know each one of us is trusting, believing and trusting in what it is that we need to achieve this beautiful tapestry, to make it even prettier, better, more magnificent. And I know that each one of us takes that first step every moment of our lives into a place where our light is so bright that everyone around us is affected by it. And this is a good thing. This is a God thing. And so I release these words knowing that they are already done, and so it is. And Jeff is giving us the gift of music this morning, so let's give him a hand.
We're going to wait just a moment. Anna's going to set up a So good having you. Turn this on, okay? It's so good having Anna do sound for us. Oh, that was a luxury.
Yeah, definitely.
So one of the things that the heroes that Angelica talked about was decisiveness. These folks had a goal, and they reached their goal, and even if you don't reach it, having a goal is very important. Well, my goal was to go to the protest yesterday, but the night before, Bonnie and I went to a barbecue, and we hadn't eaten that kind of food in a long time. So I had to stay by a potty yesterday afternoon. So speaking of decisiveness, I couldn't decide what to play today. So I thought I'd have help of two teams. The first team is a bunch of fingers. So my favorite kind of guitar playing is called fingerstyle guitar, where every finger has its own separate and distinct job, working together as a team. The other thing is, I'm going to try stuff out
And if you really like the song that I start, you can let me know, and I'll play more of it. Okay? A little bit risky, but it's in your hands and mine. Okay. And if you really don't like it, you know, the silence will say it all. Okay?
I am known as the guy who cries at the drop of a hat, and that was the drop of the hat. Wow, that was beautiful. Jeff, there was, I think I was in like ninth grade or so, and I forget, I was taking a music class, and I believe his name was Van Cliburn, who was a pianist. Yeah. And our teacher told us about somebody approaching him, and this reminds me of you, because I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, boy, I wish I had that ability. And this woman came up to him after a concert and said, I love how you play. I would give my life to play like that. And his response was, ma'am, I have. All right, so let's collect our gifts. There are going to be some plates that are going to be going around. Certainly put love in it, put joy, put hope, but put a few bucks in if you got that too, because that's going to help us out. And the band plays, the plates go, and we will listen. As we accept these gifts, the word gratitude, although not a large enough word, is the word that comes to mind. So I say this in the first person because I know I am so grateful for not only these gifts, but for the joy, the camaraderie, the fellowship, the hope, the friendship, the inspiration, the words, the other people in this room that are all represented here today. And we take these gifts and we put them out into the universe, knowing that they too spread those same elements of joy, hope, and inspiration. And for that, we are incredibly grateful, and we say together and with enthusiasm, and so it is. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do our community statement of inclusion in just a minute, but before we get to that, we have just a couple of quick announcements. Today is going to be, we're going to do birthdays in a second. Today is also, because it's the first weekend of the month, Potluck Sunday. So whether you're new, whether you've been here for a long time, please join us in the other room for some more friendship and fellowship and food. It's there to be shared. We are going to do birthdays here, and do we have flowers? First of all, if your birthday is in April, please rise so we can sing off key to you. Nobody is born in April?
Corinne's here, but she went to the bathroom.
Well, we'll all gather outside the bathroom.
Happy birthday now.
There we go. We'll just sing happy birthday for Corinne. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Corinne. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Yep, you're the only one. And normally, we're running a little long, but this has been a wonderful thing. We knew we would do demonstrations. I just wanted to share one really quick one. A couple of years ago, when I started doing the work here, I designed the banners, the signs, the monthly themes, all of those things, which I'm very grateful I get to do. That's my form of artwork. I had mentioned to Angelica it would be fun to do this on the international level. And Angelica introduced me to Reverend Chris Alexander, who chairs the vision theme for the International Mothership, and I am one of 6 people who's now on that team. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's been a lot of fun. So the themes next year are looking pretty good. All right, let's get somebody who would like to read. If you're new, you get bonus points. If you would like to read our community statement of inclusion, it's just a couple of paragraphs, and it'll be on the screen for you also. It's just a nice thing to say. And then Donna will lead us out with the peace song. Do we have a volunteer? Hey, Marianne, come on up. Oh, my goodness. Not everybody who comes up here to do this would get a kiss.
Okay, here we go.
Right in line.
Community Statement of Inclusion. We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave and vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remain learners and listeners so that we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. We know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
If you would please stand and make a circle around the room. We will sing the peace song.
That's me.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.